Could being told to put on a happy face at work lead to drinking the pain away later on in the evening? Researchers at Penn State and the University of Buffalo recently found that people who felt like they had to fake positive emotions at work were at higher risk of heavy drinking after work, and this data came from a large survey of over 3,000 U.S. workers. They also found that employees that had to deal with the public drank more after work. So people who are really social at work, people who are dealing with the public at work, they drink more after work.
You should see the three of us when we get done with this show. It's like... I'll drink to that.
No, but I think this is true. People like my staff in my office, and they have to deal with anyone who walks in the door, and they always have to seem professional and upbeat. I think that does take a toll if not everybody returns that same positive attitude.
And let's dig into this further and introduce our friend, psychiatrist Dr. Dominic Sportelli, join us via Skype.
And look at that smile.
Look at him.
He is going to have a martini tonight.
Dr. Sportelli, quit faking it. But in all seriousness, love having you on. This is, I think, an important topic to discuss. Talk to us about this study and what it means for us.
So, guys, listen, this was a great study. And what this is showing is something called emotional labor, right? Now, we know what physical labor is, right? If you're at a job and you're lifting cinder blocks all day, your body is going to be tired. But if you're at a job where you have to put on a facade and smile all day, you're going to be emotionally tired. And what that does is it makes you more likely to drink. Not only that, but it's going to lead to poor consequences at your job and in your personal life, right? So here's a hypothetical. Now, you guys know I love you, and you know I love being on the show, and this is probably the best part of my day, to be honest. But let's just say that I'm faking this smile and I'm doing this all day and I really don't like what you guys have to say, but I'm kind of nodding and agreeing. The same way like a customer service rep or a waitress or a flight attendant has to do all day. Well, guess what? They are going to be emotionally wiped out at the end of the day, and they're going to look for something that helps disinhibit, right? Because inhibition is control. So you've been controlling yourself all day. Now you need to disinhibit, and it feels pretty damn good to just have a drink and just let loose, right? So people that have jobs like that are more likely to drink after work. And of course, this is bad because this could set you up for a potential alcohol dependence problem. But you know what's really important here is employers, the bosses need to hear this, because if you're making people rise to the occasion, the customer is always right, service with a smile, your employees are going to have more burnout. They're going to have more absenteeism. They're going to call in sick more. They're more likely to quit, so turnover is higher. This is all shown in the research.
So what is the answer? And then on top of that, let's talk about when someone might need to look in the mirror and recognize, I have a drinking problem, and part of it stems from my work.
A couple protective factors. Number one, think about your job as a whole. Think about the meaning and purpose behind what you're doing. You know, the other thing, too, that's incredibly important is having a sense of autonomy. What they noticed, especially in this study, was that people that don't have control over their day have more burnout from this emotional labor, right? So an option would be to make sure that you have control of breaks at work. Make sure that you can talk to your peers, maybe switch up tasks at work. Try and get a little bit more autonomy in your day. And it's going to help you. You're going to be less likely to experience such emotional burnout.